There's a quiet truth nobody tells us when we're young, but it becomes impossible to ignore as we grow older. The strength in your legs is what silently holds your independence together. Everyday tasks like walking, standing, or climbing stairs can suddenly feel like uphill battles. Imagine this. It's a normal morning. You're getting ready to head out, but today your legs feel strangely heavy, almost like they're holding you back. They tremble a bit. You pause halfway down the stairs, gripping the handrail, not because you're lazy, because your legs aren't as strong as they used to be. And that, my friend, is something we all need to hear out loud. Every 11 seconds in America, a senior is hospitalized from a fall caused by weak legs. Behind each fall is fear, pain, and often the loss of independence that's hard to get back. But here's what I can tell you. After years of working as a nutritionist with hundreds of clients from ages 50 to 90, weak legs are not a life sentence. They are a result of what we do or don't do every single day. And no, you don't need expensive treatments or a complete lifestyle overhaul. In fact, the solution might already be in your kitchen. I've seen real turnaround, like Helen, 76, who thought she'd need a cane forever after falling in her bathroom. Just 3 months of changing her diet, and now she walks proudly through the park. Or Frank, 81, who used to struggle just to stand. Now, he's climbing stairs like it's nothing. And today, I'll show you exactly what they did. It all starts with food. Your body isn't giving up. It's just waiting for the right fuel. Stay with me. The first food I'll share doesn't just strengthen your legs. It helps you sleep better and feel brighter too. So before we begin, tell us, where are you watching from and how young are you today? Drop a comment. You inspire us more than you know. Let's get started. The first food, chickpeas, a small bean with a big gift for your legs. After working with older adults for many years, one truth has always stood out. Sometimes the most powerful tools for health aren't expensive medications or fancy supplements. They're simple, affordable foods we've overlooked for years. And one of the most underestimated heroes, the humble chickpea. You might know them as garbanzo beans. Those little round beige legumes often sitting quietly on pantry shelves or passed over in salad bars, but don't let their simplicity fool you. These little beans hold a mighty secret. They're one of the best natural foods for restoring and preserving leg strength as we age. Once we hit our 50s, our bodies start to lose muscle at a faster pace, a process called sarcopenia. It's a slow decline, but the effects can feel sudden. One day, the stairs feel steeper, getting out of a chair feels harder, and our balance, not what it used to be. But chickpeas can help turn the tide. Packed with plant-based protein, chickpeas provide your muscles with the fuel they need to stay strong, stable, and supported. But that's just the beginning. Chickpeas are also rich in magnesium, iron, and vitamin B6, a powerful trio of nutrients that play a critical role in muscle contractions, nerve communication, and reducing fatigue. If your legs cramp at night, feel heavy, or lack energy, these nutrients might be exactly what your body's been craving. Magnesium and B6 work together to help reduce leg cramps, stiffness, and that dragging sensation many older adults experience, but often accept as just aging. But you don't have to accept it. A 2019 study from the University of Murcia in Spain found that older adults who included chickpeas in their diet just 3 times a week experienced 22% less muscle loss compared to those who rarely ate them. This wasn't a theory, it was a measurable difference in strength, mobility, and independence. For those of us who want to stay active and confident on our feet, this is a small change with a big impact. Let me tell you about George, a 74-year-old retired bus driver from Kansas City. After a fall on his front porch left him shaken and nearly dependent on a walker. George came to me looking for more than pain relief. He wanted strength, real, lasting strength. Together we focused on small, sustainable changes to his diet. One of the first additions? Chickpeas. George added them to hearty stews, tossed them in lunch salads, and even snacked on them, roasted with olive oil and rosemary. 5 weeks later, George walked into my office, smiling, no cane, no hesitation. He told me he had climbed a full flight of stairs that morning for the first time in months. He wasn't out of breath, he wasn't afraid of falling, and his confidence through the roof. That's the kind of transformation simple food can create when you give your body the right tools. If you're wondering how to get started, here's my go-to suggestion. Begin with half a cup, about 125 grams of cooked chickpeas 2 to 3 times per week. That small serving packs a powerful punch for muscle support, energy, and balance. One of the best things about chickpeas, their versatility. Craving something savory? Roast them in the oven with olive oil, lemon zest, and a sprinkle of sea salt for a crunchy Mediterranean-style snack. Prefer something light for lunch? Toss them with chopped cucumber, red onion, and fresh parsley for a refreshing summer salad. On colder days, simmer them with turmeric, black pepper, carrots, and celery for a warm, healing soup that's easy on your stomach and rich in anti-inflammatory benefit. And here's a little kitchen tip for those using dried chickpeas. Soak them overnight with a pinch of baking soda. Why? Because soaking helps break down phytic acid, a compound that can block your body from absorbing essential minerals like iron. It also makes the beans easier to digest, which is especially helpful if you've experienced bloating or have a sensitive stomach. Just one extra step in your prep can make a big difference in how your body responds. For seniors dealing with fatigue, unsteady legs, or balance problems, the key is often not in more medication, it's in smarter nutrition. Adding chickpeas a few times a week can help rebuild muscle, support smoother movement, and even reduce the risk of future falls. Food is not just fuel, it's information. It tells your body how to heal, how to move, and how to stay strong. So the next time you plan your grocery list, remember that strength doesn't come in a bottle. Sometimes it comes in a bowl of soup, a tossed salad, or a humble can of beans. Chickpeas may not look like much, but for your legs, they could be a game changer. Your future self, the one who walks tall, climbs stairs with ease, and lives without fear of falling, will thank you. And that's just food number one. Stay tuned because the next one will reveal not only supports muscle health, but also protects your heart and boosts your energy. Until then, if you've ever tried chickpeas before, or if you're excited to give them a shot, drop a comment and let us know. We love hearing your stories. Your strength begins with your plate. The second food, pumpkin seeds, a tiny snack with big benefits for your legs. Let's keep going, because this next food isn't just about building muscle, it's about solving a common yet often overlooked issue that robs millions of older adults of restful sleep: nighttime leg cramps. If chickpeas are the foundation for building strong leg muscles, pumpkin seeds are the finishing touch, targeting the nervous system to ensure smooth, calm, and controlled muscle function. They might look like nothing more than a crunchy snack, but don't let their small size fool you. These little seeds are nutritional powerhouses. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of magnesium, a mineral that's absolutely essential for muscle relaxation, nerve function, and preventing those awful spasms that wake you up in the middle of the night. Sadly, many people over 50, despite eating relatively healthy, are still low in magnesium, and that deficiency can trigger uncomfortable symptoms like restless legs, muscle twitching, tight calves, and persistent fatigue after even mild activity. But magnesium isn't all pumpkin seeds have to offer. They're also loaded with zinc, healthy fats, and antioxidants, nutrients that reduce inflammation in joints, protect cartilage, and ease stiffness in the knees and feet. If you've ever felt sore after standing for too long or your knees swell after a walk, these seeds might be just what your body needs. This combination of muscle, joint, and nerve support makes pumpkin seeds a unique and effective tool for tackling the types of discomfort many older adults feel in their legs and feet. And the results are more than theory. A 2020 clinical study from Complutense University of Madrid followed adults over 55 who ate 30 to 40 grams of pumpkin seeds daily for 6 weeks. The results were nothing short of remarkable. Participants reported a 31% reduction in nighttime leg cramps. Even more impressive, they also showed marked improvement in balance and stability, scoring higher on single leg stand tests and walking evaluations. These aren't just numbers, they're real measurable steps toward confidence, comfort, and better rest. I'd seen it happen firsthand. One of my patients, Carmen, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Santa Fe, had been suffering from intense calf cramps for years. They usually struck around 3 o'clock IEM, jolting her awake and leaving her exhausted the next day. She had tried everything: warm compresses, stretching before bed, even foot massages. Nothing helped. Until I recommended something surprisingly simple: a small handful of unsalted, roasted pumpkin seeds in the late afternoon. She started eating them around 4 o'clock p.m. each day. Just a light snack, nothing dramatic. But after just 3 weeks, her cramps began to fade. By the 6-week mark, they had nearly disappeared altogether. For the first time in years, Carmen was waking up refreshed, without pain or tension in her legs. She told me she finally felt like she had her mornings back. Better sleep led to more energy, clearer focus, and a brighter attitude on her daily walks, all from one tiny change. Now, I recommend this trick to nearly every client over 60 who mentions cramps, restlessness, or balance issues. Here's what I suggest. Start with about 30 grams, roughly 2 tablespoons, of unsalted pumpkin seeds per day. They're easy to incorporate into your regular routine. Sprinkle them on your warm oatmeal in the morning, toss them into a crisp green salad at lunch, stir them into cooked veggies for a satisfying crunch at dinner, or simply enjoy them on their own, lightly toasted for a warm, nutty flavor. Here's a little bonus tip that makes all the difference. Eat your pumpkin seeds between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Why that specific window? Because it gives your body time to absorb the magnesium and start calming your nervous system before bedtime. This helps reduce muscle tension, improve relaxation, and create the perfect setup for a night of uninterrupted, peaceful sleep. Sometimes the best health upgrades come not from overhauling your life, but from making small, sustainable shifts. Adding pumpkin seeds to your day is exactly that kind of change. Simple, affordable, and remarkably effective. And what I love most about recommending pumpkin seeds is that they offer more than just physical benefits. Once people start sleeping better, feeling steadier on their feet, and waking up without pain, they also regain something just as important: confidence. They feel like themselves again, more energized, more mobile, and more eager to enjoy life. So if you've been struggling with tight calves, late-night leg spasms, or that uncomfortable tension that seems to build in your legs throughout the day, give this tiny seed a try. It might just be the missing piece your legs and your sleep have been waiting for. To wrap up, remember, food is your daily medicine, and when chosen wisely, it can restore not just your strength, but also your joy. Pumpkin seeds may be small, but their impact on your body, your nerves, and your rest can be profound. Add them to your daily routine and see the difference for yourself. And if you've tried pumpkin seeds already or you're planning to start today, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your experience and what benefits you notice. Because sometimes healing begins with a simple snack. The third food, seaweed, nature's secret weapon for bone and joint strength. Now we're getting to the heart of it, and this next food might truly surprise you. It doesn't grow in a garden or field. It comes from the ocean. It's soft, delicate, sometimes paper thin, and often overlooked on a plate. But don't let its quiet appearance fool you. This ocean vegetable holds remarkable power to rebuild your joints, nourish your bones, and restore mobility that time may have worn down. If you've ever heard a creaky pop in your knees as you stood up, or felt a grinding sensation when climbing stairs or turning your body, that's not just getting old, it's your body asking for help. Your joints may be drying out, your cartilage thinning, your bones becoming fragile, but nature offers a quiet, powerful solution: seaweed. Specifically, varieties like wakame, kombu, sea lettuce, and brown algae are nutritional treasures from the sea. They're rich in natural calcium, iodine, and 2 incredible anti-inflammatory compounds, fucoidan and laminarin. These aren't your average nutrients. They play several critical roles. They help build stronger bones, reduce joint stiffness, protect cartilage from damage, and support the body's production of synovial fluid, that slick, cushioning substance between your joints that makes movement smooth and pain-free. In 2021, researchers published a fascinating study in the American Journal of Community Nutrition. Women over 60 who ate seaweed just 2 to 3 times per week had up to 16% higher bone density than those who didn't. That's not just a number, it's a shield. At this stage in life, even a minor fall can lead to a hip fracture or serious injury, threatening your independence and overall quality of life. But adding seaweed to your meals may help you stand stronger, walk steadier, and move without fear. One of my most inspiring clients, Maria, a 70-year-old former yoga instructor from Portland, knew this struggle well. A long-time advocate for movement and flexibility, she was devastated when chronic arthritis forced her to stop teaching. Her knee pain was constant, and her usual flow of motion was replaced by stiffness and strain. While medication helped a little, Maria wanted something more natural, something that would restore, not just mask, the discomfort. That's when we looked at her diet, and we added something small but powerful: seaweed. We introduced warm miso soup with wakame and tofu, crisp seaweed salads with a splash of rice vinegar, and thin nori sheets wrapped around rice and steamed vegetables. At first, the changes seemed minor, but within 2 months, something incredible happened. Her inflammation eased, her pain softened, and she began gently stretching again. For someone who believed her flexible days were behind her, it was a life-changing shift. Today, Maria still enjoys seaweed several times a week. She tells me her joints feel more supple, her balance has improved, and her energy feels steady throughout the day. And she's not alone. Countless seniors I've worked with have felt similar results. Here's the best part. You don't need to overhaul your diet to feel these benefits. Just adding seaweeds 2 to 3 times a week can make a meaningful difference. But try tossing wakame into soup, sprinkling seaweed flakes over your salad, or wrapping up cooked veggies and rice in nori sheets for a light, satisfying lunch. These small additions bring big rewards, not just in flavor, but in how you feel day to day. And here's a simple kitchen tip to boost the power of seaweed even more. When making seaweed broth, try adding a few slices of fresh ginger and a tiny splash of sesame oil. This doesn't just enhance the taste, it helps your body better absorb calcium and delivers gentle warmth to your digestive system. That's especially helpful for older adults who may experience slower metabolism or sensitive stomachs. So, don't overlook this gentle healer from the sea. Seaweed may be soft and unassuming, but it works deep within the body, rebuilding bone density, reducing stiffness, improving joint mobility, and helping you regain the natural rhythm of your steps. Think of it like a wise, ocean-born guide. One that's been quietly helping people for generations. With just a few servings a week, you're not only nourishing your body, you're investing in your freedom. The freedom to walk without pain, to move without hesitation, to rise from a chair or climb stairs with grace and ease. And that's the goal, isn't it? Not just to live longer, but to move through life with comfort, confidence, and joy. So next time you're planning meals, consider adding a little seaweed to your shopping list, whether it's a soothing bowl of soup or a crisp side salad. It may be the key to unlocking better balance, stronger bones, and more resilient joints. And if you have tried seaweed before, or you're ready to give it a shot, let us know in the comments below. Your story might just inspire someone else to take that first healing step. Because when it comes to aging well, sometimes the most powerful solutions come from the most unexpected places, like the waves of the sea. The fourth food. Avocados, a silky powerhouse for nerves, muscles, and balance. Once your legs stop aching every morning, you realize something powerful. Healing often begins with the simplest gifts. And we're not done yet. This final food doesn't grow deep under the sea or high in the mountains. It hangs quietly on trees, often overlooked, yet it delivers some of the most intelligent, healing fats that nature has to offer. We're talking about the rich, creamy avocado, a soft, green fruit that does far more than just make toast, Instagram-wise. This isn't just about nutrition, it's about helping your body reconnect, regain movement, and feel whole again. If you've ever felt tingling in your calves, numbness in your toes, or an odd sensation when walking, like your legs are moving, but your brain isn't fully registering the steps, you might be missing a key piece of the puzzle. These subtle symptoms often stem from underfed peripheral nerves, and if ignored, they can quietly chip away at your balance, your stride, and your confidence. Here's the good news. Avocados aren't just delicious, they're neurological allies. They're packed with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, which helps reinforce the walls of your nerve cells, improving communication between your brain, spine, and lower body. With stronger nerve signaling, your steps become more coordinated, your movements more grounded, and your risk of tripping or misstepping begins to drop. But the benefits don't stop there. Avocados are loaded with potassium, which helps regulate muscle contractions, fluid balance, and prevents cramps. Especially helpful for nighttime leg tightness or post-walk soreness, and they're a rich source of vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects those delicate nerve endings from the wear and tear of aging and oxidative stress. In 2021, researchers at the U.S. Institute of Nutrition and Aging published a study showing that adults over 65 who ate avocado at least 4 mornings a week saw significant improvements in balance, posture, and lower body stability after just 6 weeks. The changes were especially noticeable in those who previously struggled with rising from chairs, navigating stairs, or walking on uneven ground. I remember one patient in particular, Miguel, age 79, a retired school teacher from San Diego. When he first came to my clinic, he was deeply worried. His legs had started to feel numb, and he wasn't sure he could keep doing his favorite thing, taking slow, mindful walks in the park with his grandson. After reviewing his routine, we made one major switch. We swapped out his sugary breakfast for something simple but powerful, a slice of whole grain toast, topped with mashed avocado, chia seeds, and a squeeze of lemon. Just that one change turned everything around. After 4 weeks, Miguel returned to my office with a glow in his eyes. I can feel the ground again, he told me, and I can feel my grandson's little footsteps next to mine. I still get goosebumps when I remember that moment. It wasn't magic, it was nourishment, slow, steady, and deeply effective. And you can start this journey today. Try to enjoy avocado 3 to 4 times a week. Start with about 1/3 to 1/2 of a medium avocado per serving. Mornings are ideal when your body is fresh and ready to absorb nutrients, but they also make for a wonderful afternoon snack to keep your energy and nerve function steady. There are so many easy ways to enjoy them. Spread it on toast. Toss cubed avocado into a quinoa salad. Blend it into a smoothie with banana and almond milk, or wrap it with greens and lean protein for a nourishing, easy-to-digest lunch. And here's one of my favorite pro tips. Top your avocado with crushed walnuts, chia seeds, or a dash of flaxseed. These tiny additions boost your intake of omega-3s and extra vitamin E, 2 more powerful nutrients that reinforce nerve pathways, soothe inflammation, and support overall joint comfort. Never underestimate the quiet strength of this fruit. Avocados might feel soft to the touch, but inside they're doing deep work, restoring nerve function, steadying muscle control, and helping every step feel safer and more intentional. They're not just food, they're a reset button for the lower half of your body, a gentle but powerful way to bring back balance, coordination, and confidence with every stride. And that's the heart of it. With just 4 specific foods added to your weekly routine, you're not just supporting your muscles, joints, and nerves, you're actively investing in your independence, in the way you move through life, in the freedom to walk unaided, to rise easily, to live on your own terms. So don't wait for the cane. Don't wait for the moment when you have to rely on someone else. Start now, at your next meal, whether it's a few slices of avocado, a handful of pumpkin seeds, or a warm bowl of seaweed soup. Each small step you take today is a stride toward freedom tomorrow. If this message helped you realize something important about your health, tap the like button. That tells us you're with us on this journey. Share it with someone you care about, a spouse, a sibling, a neighbor, anyone who deserves to walk stronger and feel more stable every day. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss another tip that helps you stay active, balanced, and independent well into your 60, 70s and beyond. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these foods, or is there one you're most excited to add to your meals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you in the next episode, because your next step deserves to be stronger than the last. And this is only the beginning.